This is Laura Pinto, here to say a few things about academic integrity. Academic integrity has to do with citing your sources and avoiding plagiarism. In 2013, one of the big stories was that Toronto District School Board's director, Chris Spence, had to step down from his job after allegations of plagiarism. He did a few things. He had a blog going, and he was taking content from other sources, changing a couple of the words, and then posting it on his blog without citing the original source. He wrote a couple of newspaper editorials, again, taking ideas from other places and not saying where they came from. He did change some of the words, but the ideas were not his. And once journalists started digging into the allegations, they found that even his PhD dissertation had instances of ideas from other sources, again, not citing what those sources were. This posed a lot of problems for him professionally, and the university from which he got his degree was reassessing his dissertation. And at the time I'm recording this, no decision has been made. But that speaks to the severity of passing someone else's ideas off as your own, sometimes unintentionally. In a university setting, if you're caught during the course of your studies, you can receive a 0 on your assignment, you can fail a course, and at the worst case scenario, you can be removed from the program. Instructors are required to report instances of plagiarism. So it's something that you need to be very, very aware of. When you are preparing any work, whether it's a paper, a presentation, or something else, you need to cite your work. I'm going to focus on citing an APA because that's what we use in education. Anytime you use exact quotations from a source, you have to put them in quotation marks, or if they're longer, you fully indent a paragraph. You have to list the author's name, the year of publication, and the page on which the quote appears. That's the only time you show a page number. You can paraphrase other people's work. So you take a passage from an article or a book or something like that, but you change the words enough that it can't be in a direct quote. It still has to be cited. You can put the citation at the beginning as shown here with the author's name and the year, or you can paraphrase it and then at the end put the author's name and year in brackets. Even if it's just a general idea or concept, you still need to say where it came from. So even though you're not specifically talking about a piece of research or anything like that, if an idea is from another author, you put their name and you put the year just to cover yourself. All of those items that are in the body go in your reference list. Here are a few questions that I've heard time and time again. What if I'm not sure if someone else had the idea? Well, you can make an unintentional error by not citing an idea, but you should be doing your own research when you're writing about something to find out if someone had that idea. Do a Google search. See if there's anything similar, and if there is, investigate it a little further. It's better to cite than not to cite, just to be on the safe side. Another thing is, do I have to cite everything that I write? Well, if it's common knowledge, the sky is blue or something like that, no, you don't have to cite it. But anything specific, a specific idea, a definition, a concept, you do have to cite it. What if the concept or definition is from my class notes? You can cite class notes, personal email conversations, and so on. And APA has formats for all of those things. Again, better to say where you got the information than not at all. A final thing that I've heard many times is, but just about every sentence in my essay seems to need a citation. That's not uncommon. APA is not too intrusive because you just put it in brackets at the end of the sentence and you've covered yourself from any potential threats to academic integrity. I hope these tips help you a little bit, and feel free to ask questions if any of this needs further clarification.